Y'all imagine casting a love spell on a fucking narcissist and this man end up unaliving you. So y'all, I'm finna give y'all a story time on how this girl ended up losing her life all because she wanted this man to fall in love with her. So first thing first, they worked at the same facility together or whatever. And the girl had just started, I think the man, he was there for like probably 2 or 3 years or whatever. So when she came, they placed her in the department with him or whatever. So I guess he was her like trainer. They was like machine operators or whatever. So he was her trainer. He was showing her how to do the ropes and stuff like that to work in the machine. So, you know, as time go on, you know what I'm saying, they chilling. Y'all know how it is when you in a set with a man and stuff like that, and then you end up talking to the man and yada, 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 and it go from there. But from the get-go, I don't think the man was looking for no relationship, and I don't think the girl was looking for no relationship either. But somehow she ended up catching feelings for him, and he was only trying to... So after months and months of them talking or whatever, she came to him and she was just like, you know, I want to pursue a relationship, like where we stand at this point, because we've been talking for a long time. We done messed around, you know, we did this, we did that. So like, what's up? So I don't think he was feeling a relationship. I think he was like in and out with his baby mama or whatever situation he had going on the side. But I know he wasn't really into her. He was just trying to mess around with the girl. And then, y'all, he used to try to like manipulate this girl. He used to like lead her on, love bomb her. You know, it was always one-sided with him. So she was just like, enough is enough, you know what I'm saying? I'm tired of playing games with you. So she laid her foot down. Basically, she was just like, you know, it is what it is. If we're going to be together, we're going to be together. We not, then just leave me the fuck alone. But somehow, I don't know, this girl could not fucking get over him. And then what's so crazy is this man knew that this girl felt some type of way. And he just wouldn't leave her alone for shit. Like, if you don't like the girl, you don't want to fuck with the girl, why you won't just leave her alone? That's what I didn't understand. So then, y'all, they stopped talking for like a minute. Probably like, I ain't gonna say a minute. They probably stopped talking for like a week or two. And they working in the same set, but they wasn't talking. Like, at this point, she know what she doing and stuff like that. So she don't have to talk to him. So, you know, somehow they end up talking. I think he ended up texting her or whatever. I don't know. But somehow they end up talking, start back talking or whatever. And, you know, it was like on the same shit. Like, it's like they never fucking left off. The conversation picked up as if they never got into it. They never had the conversation about her trying to pursue a relationship. None of that. They just picked up where it left off, and she never did bring it back up or nothing like that for a long time. So then months and months go by, they back messing around, they back, you know, flirting and all this other stuff. And then she brings up that she want a relationship again. And he just like, at this point, like, you know, I'm tired of you sitting up here every few weeks or whatever, you bringing up a relationship and all this stuff like that. But he never did come direct and say, I don't want a relationship. He never did say, you know, I don't look at you like that. He never did say none of that. He led that girl on the whole time thinking that, okay, it's a possible chance that we can be together. But he never did tell her, like, he was indirect. Y'all know how narcissist is. So y'all, as time going on or whatever, you know, she was just like, okay, you know, they had started like, I don't know, it's like they would talk and stuff like that, and they would get into it about the smallest shit. And I just feel like, sis, if y'all get into it about the smallest shit, that should tell you this man is not for you. Like, God is not gonna force nothing at all. But obviously she wanted to force it. So they stopped talking for like a month. But she couldn't get over this man for nothing. She kept thinking about him, you know, and it's kind of hard when you working with this person, you know what I'm saying? So I kind of understand that point. But she working with the man side by side every day. She have to look at this man that she done fell in love with, and this man don't look at her the same. After he done strung her along, he done love bombed her, he done told her this, told her that, and now y'all at this point. So y'all, one day, I don't know, something came across her news feed where it was like, I don't know, y'all know when y'all in a broken-hearted relationship and all this other shit that's like relatable to your situation start showing up on your news feed, whether it's Facebook, TikTok, whatever it is, it starts showing up on your news feed. She came across this little love spell, you know, how to get your man and all that. And maybe she was Googling that shit. She probably was Googling that shit. I wouldn't be surprised if she wasn't. So y'all, this girl started doing her research on love spells. She was like, trying to see, like, you know, what could happen, you know, how crazy will people go behind a love spell. She just started doing her research about love spells or whatever. She got on TikTok. I think she watched a couple videos. I know she watched a couple videos because a couple of them she shared. So she started watching videos about, you know, the love spell and all this stuff like that. And y'all, every video that I saw that girl had watched or she shared or whatever, y'all, they was basically saying, like, don't do that. People have unalived the other day partner and this and that. You know, it's not that serious, all this stuff like that. But the girl was curious. She was curious as hell. That's why y'all got to be careful what the fuck y'all do and who the fuck y'all trying to attach to y'all. Because, baby, this shit is not no damn joke. But anyways, so she ended up doing it, y'all. She ended up doing it one night, and I think she was like, she didn't have no results the second or third night or whatever. Like a few nights she didn't have no results or whatever. So she was just like, fuck it, you know, she didn't believe in it. But then this man texted her out the blue He texted her out the blue, and he was just like, I miss you. And he usually didn't text that, so she was like, damn, okay, you know, he you know, she didn't really think of the love spell either, y'all. She thought that it was just like a coincidence or some shit, like he just, you know, he just texted her, because like I said, y'all, they was on and off all the time, so she just looked at it like it was a normal routine with him. So y'all, you know, they talking, everything going smooth and stuff like that, you know, for like a week or two. And then he just got to accuse her. Like I said, they work at the same facility or whatever. So he got to accusing her, like every time she would talk to another guy or whatever, or somebody would say hey to her, he was like, damn, you in everybody's face. Like he was just like make little smart ass comments, but he wasn't really just throwing himself out there to show that he's like he's jealous or something. I don't know. There's probably another terminology I could have used, but yeah, y'all know what the fuck I'm trying to say. But anyways, she was like explaining to him, she was like, you know, she kind of like, why you checking me? You ain't even my dude. Then when I tried to ask you about a relationship and stuff like that, you didn't even want a relationship and all this stuff like that. Mind y'all, I don't think this girl realized that love spell that she put on that man, it actually freaking worked. Okay, y'all, I'm gonna have to make part 2 because I'm on my break and I gotta go back in. Imagine casting a love spell on a narcissist and he unalives you. Part 2. Now, first thing first, before I even start, I just want to say, a lot of y'all under the comments talking about, oh, she got what she deserved and all this stuff like that. I agree, she shouldn't have did it, but I don't agree that she got what she deserved, because no person deserves to be unalived by another person. I feel like they both was in the wrong. She shouldn't have did what she did to him, and he shouldn't have killed her. This girl got 2 kids. I gotta understand, her youngest kid is 3. Her oldest is 5. And for the ones that saying that maybe he put the love spell on her first, I do agree. I completely agree. Because for some reason, she mentioned that she couldn't get over this man for nothing. No matter what she did, like she stopped talking to him, she was talking to other people, she couldn't get over this man for nothing. So 9 times out of 10, that sound like she was under the love spell too. She just kept saying that she kept thinking about him. She was having dreams about him. Like it was all the signs of, you know, her being under a love spell. Okay, let's finish the story. So, okay, like I said, they was at work or whatever. She was talking to this dude. I think this dude spoke to her. He was asking her something about the job. I don't know what they was talking about, but he came to her and he was like, damn, you in everybody's face. And, you know, she kind of brushed it off. She laughed and all this stuff like that. She was like, I thought you said you didn't want to pursue no relationship and stuff like that. Why you questioning me about who I'm talking to and all this stuff like that? Mind y'all, the way the girl was acting, you can kind of tell that she had forgot. I ain't gonna say she forgot about the love spell, but she probably felt like the love spell didn't work, because like I said, they was on and off, you know. So 9 times out of 10, she probably looked at it like, you know, he just probably checking in like he always do. So they go to their department or whatever, and he came up to her. He was asking her, like, what you and old dude was talking about, what y'all had going on. She was like, nothing, you know, we weren't really talking about nothing and stuff like that. She didn't really go further detail about what they talking about. She just said nothing to him, and he walked away. So she said when she looked up, he was giving her like an evil look. He was giving her like a real evil look, and it kind of scared her. So she went down there and she asked him, like, why you looking at me? You know, she was in a playful mode. She didn't like, she didn't think nothing of it, y'all. She didn't think nothing of it. She didn't think that I don't think she thought that the love spell worked, like I said. So he was just like, when she went down there and asked him why he was looking at her like that or whatever, he was like, why was you in dude's face? That's what I'm trying to understand. You ain't really asked me. You said it was nothing, but I'm trying to understand why you was in his face. And she saying the same stuff, like, why you questioning me and all this stuff like that. And he was just like, don't worry about it, whatever. So they had stopped talking. They left work. He texted her and he was like, you better not be talking to that dude that you was talking to at work. And she was like, that's crazy. And y'all, what's crazy, the girl, I don't know what's wrong with her, but she asked him again about a freaking relationship. And he now, one thing about it, the love spell, I don't know how the love spell works, but he still didn't want to pursue a relationship with her. But it's like he was like obsessed with her. He was trying to control her. He didn't want her talking to nobody else type stuff. So she goes home. Both of them go home or whatever. It's the end of the day. They go home. And she said bye to him, and he didn't say nothing to her. He didn't say nothing to her. He looking at her, you know, crazy and shit. Like, he basically was in zombie mode. I don't know how that shit go, y'all, but that shit is demonic as hell. It's like, I don't know, he changed his whole face structure and stuff like that when he saw her. Like, you know, he would be having a conversation talking to somebody else, but it's like as soon as he laid eyes on her, it's like he would get in demonic mode. Like, he would just be so evil looking towards her. And she was like, she just didn't understand. So when she got home, she texted him and she was asking him like what all that was about, with you questioning me and you looking at me like that and all this stuff like that. And he was just telling her like, don't worry about it, you will see real soon. Y'all, and I don't want to get emotional telling the story because the shit finna get deep as fuck. So y'all, at this point, they, like I said, they at home. They had went home or whatever, and I think they was out for the next 3 days. They was out for either the next 3 days or the next 4 days or whatever. I don't know. But he texted her and he asked her if he could see her that night, and she was like, "Yeah, come over," and all that stuff like that. And she happy, you know, she not thinking nothing of it, y'all. You could tell this her first time doing some shit like this because she wasn't really playing her cards right. She wasn't cautious about nothing. So he came to her house. You know, he's sitting on the couch, they talking. You know, she offered him a drink and both of them smoke or whatever. She offered him to smoke and he was like, "Nah, I don't want none of this shit." It's like he was just evil. He wanted to be, it's like he wanted to be in her presence, but it's like he had hate towards her or something. I don't know. It's crazy. But y'all, she said she was sitting on the couch when she offered him to drink and when she offered him to smoke with her. And y'all, he just got up and choked her. He choked her and he was just like looking dead in her eyes. The same evil look he gave her at work, the same evil look he gave her when he walked through the door. He just was looking in her eyes, evil as fuck. And when he was choking her, he was just like, "You better not give my shit away. You better not give my shit away to nobody." And she was just like, "What the fuck is you talking about? Like, you hurting me and stuff like that. Like, get off of me, bro. You hurting me." And he just started laughing. He started laughing and he went back to his normal self. He went back to his normal self, y'all. And he just was looking confused. She said he was looking confused. Like he wasn't even aware of what he just did to her. So she had made up some excuse about her having to do something or whatever to the point where he had to leave or something like that. I don't know. I think she said she had to go pick up her child or something. I don't know. But he ended up leaving or whatever. And he texted her and he apologized to her about what he did. He was like, "I'm sorry, I got too aggressive with you and all this stuff like that. So I want to let you know that I apologize." And she was like, "Oh, it's okay," and stuff like that. She thought that shit was sweet. She thought like, "Oh, okay, you know, he protective of me, or you know, he just crazy about me, you know." I don't know. But y'all, okay, so the way her house is set up, y'all, she keep her blinds open. She said she keep her blinds open all the time. You know, she sit on the couch, she smoke, she drink, you know, and she just sit on the couch and she vibe and stuff like that. She said for some reason she looking out the window and he passes by. And then she didn't really say nothing. She didn't think nothing of it because she's like, you know, in her head, she like, that could have been anybody. You know, that could have been anybody. So I'm not just going to say that was him. That's in the back of her head. She thinking that. She didn't say that out loud, but she thinking that in the back of her head. Like, that could have been anybody. So then he comes back around, but this time he's blowing his horn. He blowing his horn hard as fuck. And she just like, what the fuck? Like, you know, what's going on and shit like that. So she calls him. She like, "Did you just pass by my house?" And all this stuff like that. And he just get the clicking on her like, "Yeah, bitch, it better not be nobody in there," and all that stuff like that. "I'm gonna come upstairs and beat that door down and beat you down," and this and that. He just was threatening her left and right. It's like he would get aggressive with her and then he'll come back too. And he'll just be nice. Y'all, this shit is crazy as fuck. Like, this shit's scary. I'm trying not to cry and all this stuff like that. Cause baby, it gets deep. This man was in this girl bushes waiting on her. Like, he was in her bushes, under her steps, under her car, behind a fucking trash can. Y'all, it got so crazy. Like, he didn't even recognize himself, I don't think, because it's like it was like a switch. You know, one minute he was like real aggressive with her, then the next minute he like, "Damn, I apologize for what I did. I don't know what came over me," and all this stuff like that. That damn love spell. But anyways, I know y'all tired of these parts, but bitch, I'm at work and I ain't losing my job for now one of you hoes. Anyways, I'm gonna go back in here. I'm gonna make part 3 a little later, probably when I get back on my break. So at 5 o'clock, I'm gonna make part 3. Tune in. Alrighty, this is part 3 of casting a love spell on a narcissist and he unalives you. Okay, first thing first, if you haven't watched part 1, if you haven't watched part 2, I advise you to go do so you won't be confused on this story. Okay, so I believe we left off at the part where he pulled up to her house and he was blowing his horn and stuff like that, and then he called her, texted her and stuff like that, threatening her, talking about if he catch somebody in her house, he was gonna poo-poo her and he was gonna poo-poo whoever he called in the house. So y'all, at this point, this girl is scared. Why she didn't call the police right then, I don't know. But she was scared because she came to work the next day and she told me, she was like, "If something ever happened to me, just know that that man is the one that did it to me." And as she was telling me everything that was going on, y'all, I told her she should go and talk to the police. I did. I told her she should go talk to the police. But she told me she didn't know if he was just talking or if he was just trying to scare her or what. But I left it at that because at the end of the day, she's a grown woman. You know what I'm saying? People gonna do what they want to do at the end of the day. Like, I advised her to go to the police. She didn't want to go to the police. It was what it was. So, y'all, it was the same routine with him. He would do something crazy or say something crazy to her, and then he'll come back and apologize. But at this point, she wasn't going for it. At this point, she's like fed up because she see that it's a constant cycle with him. So y'all, we get to work and they walking beside each other. I don't know if they had a conversation. She didn't tell me that they had no conversation or nothing like that. But she was walking beside him, y'all. The girl looked scared. He looked mad as hell. It was just, I don't know. They face expressions was like they had just gotten into it or something. But she didn't tell me that part, so I can't tell you on that part. So y'all, we ended up exchanging numbers that day. The day that she told me she was scared and she felt like he was gonna hurt her, we ended up exchanging numbers. Okay, so I don't know exactly what day this was, but it had to be the day that we was off because it was like 3 in the morning. She woke up because she heard some noise at her door. She didn't think nothing of it, so she didn't go to the door. She didn't ask who is it. She didn't like do nothing, but she knows she heard some noise at her door or whatever. So y'all, she tell me she was about to take her daughter to school, and this man was laying in front of her door. He didn't knock, he didn't call, he didn't text. Y'all know usually he would text and be like, can I come over, or you know, or something like that, or he'll either threaten her or something. But at this point, he popping up, not saying shit at this point. So she getting scared because it's like she don't know when he gonna pop out, you know what I'm saying? For him to be laying in front of her front door, he don't care who see her. Like, this girl got neighbors, so she know that it was like a problem, you know, like she knew it was something serious. So she asked him, like, as she was walking out the house, she was like, what are you doing? Why are you here? When did you get here? And he was acting as if he didn't even know that he was at her house. Like, he was acting like he was confused, like he didn't know what was going on. And she was just like, girl, it scared me because his face expression, you can tell his face expression was like, damn, I didn't even know I came over here. Like, what the fuck am I doing here? So, like I said, we exchanged numbers. So she told me this over the phone. And y'all, I'm telling this girl, I said, call the police. I said, girl, for him to be showing up at your house, that's something serious. Like, you need to call the police. I don't know what she was waiting on, y'all. Honestly, I don't know what this girl was waiting on, because it's so many signs that he was showing her that he's like, he's not there no more. He's not there. Like, I don't know, y'all. That spell took over that man. He was a whole different person. Like, she said he was never acting like this at first. Never. And I asked her about the love spell. And she was, y'all, she had forgot that she even put that damn love spell. She did it. She was like, damn, I didn't know that shit had worked. And I'm just like, girl, you did that love spell on that man. That's probably why he acted the way he acted. And she was asking me what she need to do and all that stuff like that. We both was doing our research. I was trying to help her research some shit. But when I did my research, they basically saying, like, you have to call a psychic or something like that, where somebody have to put some herbs and stuff together. I don't know. It was just a whole lot of stuff. It was a phone number on there that she was trying to get in contact with or whatever. But they wanted her to pay and she didn't want to do that. So she just let it go on. So anyways, at this point, he's at her front door, just now waking up, looking confused as hell. So y'all, she telling him, you gotta go. You gotta go. I gotta take my kids to school. Like, what are you doing at my house? She said he didn't say nothing to her. He just walked off. He walked off. He got in his car and he left. She called him and asked him what was that about. He apologized again like he always did. He sent her a long ass message. I'm gonna read that message to y'all because she sent it to me right before she passed away. The message does have her name in it. I would not be saying her name for privacy purposes. I don't know, because her family probably don't even want this information out. That's why I'm not really just telling nobody who it is, because I don't know. The family might not want that out. So yeah. Let me go get my tablet and I'm gonna read y'all the message. Okay, so he texted her and he was like, Whitney, I do apologize for how I've been acting lately. I know I've been acting obsessive and possessive over you. I don't know what's coming over my body, but it's like my mindset is different. I don't know. I look at you different. I don't really know what's going on with me, but I just want you to know that I do apologize and I will seek help. That's what he texted her. She texted him and told him that she put a love spell on him. And that's probably the reason that he's acting crazy. And the moment she said that, it triggered him. It triggered him again. He came to her house. He knocked on her door. She didn't answer because she was not there. She was on her way to pick up her kids. When she came back, her and her kids was getting out the car. This man walked up to her and said, a love spell, huh? This is what the neighbors said. The neighbors said that they heard him say, a love spell, huh? And then, pew, 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 pew. That was the end of her. That was the end. And after that, pew. He took himself out. End of story. Yeah. And for the family, if the family come across this video, y'all, this is not to drag her name. This is not to drag his name. This is just to let other females know and to be aware that love spell stuff, casting spells and stuff on people is very, very dangerous. And y'all, honestly, I didn't even realize how dangerous it is. I didn't have my knowledge on how dangerous it was. I didn't even believe in that stuff. I didn't think that stuff was true for real. But I say this to say this, y'all got to be careful. Don't force nothing, y'all. If that person is not feeling you, if that person don't want you, don't force nothing. Don't try to go put no spell on them, no rituals. Like, don't do that stuff, because it's not worth it. That shit, it never ends good. Somebody always end up getting unalive behind situations like that. And I be seeing a lot of people saying like, oh, females crazy, they do weird shit like that. It's not just females. I promise you, it's not just females. It's men out here that be casting spells on females as well. You just got to be cautious, y'all. You got to be cautious of who you let around you. You got to be cautious of what you do. That being said, y'all stay blessed.